Would John Gruden be smart to start over?
I proclaimed the Seahawks broken at 2-3, and I still believe them to be broken, but not as broken as the Raiders. $100 million for John Gruden, and it's not just that they're losing. That'd be one thing. It's that on offense, they've totally regressed. There are games when Amari Cooper, when he's not concussed, is 2 catches for 10 yards, and Derek Carr back there looks totally skittish. He looks like someone who doesn't have confidence in what it is that surrounds him, either on the sideline or in the huddle.
Yeah, so should he start over is the question, and the answer seems to be sure, because you're 1-5, right? And you went out and got rid of a bunch of young players in order to bring in older players, and if you're headed for a rebuild, then yes, get rid of some of those older players and bring in younger ones. The problem is, the rumor is that he wants to get rid of Carl Joseph and Amari Cooper, guys who are 24 and 25, former first-rounders, and you're looking at a team that 2 years ago had 12 wins. It looked like the next up-and-coming team, and you had Mack, and you had Cooper, and you had Carr. You already got rid of Mack. Now you want to get rid of Cooper, and the only guy left is Carr, who doesn't seem to be able to be the guy you wanted him to be. If you're trusting John Gruden to be the guy who decides which talent should stay and which should go, and that's what you're pinning your hopes on for the future, you're in even bigger trouble than we already thought.
I love, though, John Gruden's plan has become clear. Just keep blaming guys until you're the last one there, and the mirror's the last thing you got to blame.
And you take your $100 million and you take the mirror with you when you leave.
If I were John, I wouldn't worry about it. He got 10 years to get it.
10 years to get it right. That's right.
He got 10 years to get it right. The first 8 years are always the most difficult years.
He'll be on the hot seat in the 9th year.
I'm telling you, I know if
he's in trouble.
Well, 8-year rebuild. 8 years from now, this team's going to be killer.
Boom.
Did the Bengals get hosed?
Are we talking about the one call, the pick play, the obvious pick play that allowed Antonio Brown, who is a bit of a focus on defense when Antonio Brown is on offense? He doesn't ever get quite this open. He's got a block there, and that's not allowed. And look at cheating number 11, celebrating as the Steelers do to the Bengals what they always do to the Bengals. But this game could have gone either way with a bounce or a call, like a lot of games every Sunday. And this one was missed. This one they got wrong. But the Steelers were still in field goal range. They were going to win that game.
Yeah, this is an easy thing to do after games that are close like this. Find the one play that you can blame it on, when you should be blaming it on the Bengals once again finding a way to lose to their albatross, the Steelers. They have been up with 5 minutes to go in the fourth 19 times since 2015. Against every other team, they're 15-0-1. Against the Steelers, they're 0-3. This is a team that they just can't get past. Even when they have a lead with minutes on the clock and the game almost over, they find a way to give it up. This time they just got a little bit of help.
Well, there was one thing about that blown call that I like.
What's that, Bobby?
That Angel Hernandez wasn't blamed for that call. That's what I got to tell you. That's right. He got blamed for all the bad calls in baseball. Now he couldn't put that one on him. You know what I mean? That's it, buddy. That's it. That's my boy.
Has there ever been a bigger reach?
Should the Titans be concerned about Marcus Mariota, or should Marcus Mariota be concerned about the Titans?
I don't think the Titans belong in this show. We've had a bad football Monday when the Titans make an appearance in the first 7 questions. I haven't cared about this team for 10 years, and I'm still laughing at you about that conversation you were having a few years ago about whether Winston or Mariota should be the first draft pick. Marcus Mariota this season has been entirely pedestrian. I don't know how hurt he is. That's always a diluting, mitigating factor with him specifically, because of how he plays. But if he's not hurt, what you're getting from the Titans is what you always get from the Titans. A total blandness that isn't going to win at home, is going to lose by 3 touchdowns against Baltimore because they can't score enough points.
So the question here is, should the quarterback or the team be more concerned when he's sacked more times than he has completions? And the answer is yes. Both of them, all of them, everyone, people who have to just watch them should be concerned too. That offensive line is terrible. He's also contributing to those sacks. And as Dan said, this is a Heisman Trophy winner who just gets to be mediocre all the time, and none of us ever bring it up because it's the Titans. And we don't talk about the Titans except for when the producers of this show run out of topics.
That's exactly right.
You know what the Titans they need?
What's that?
They need a quarterback. A quarterback by the name of Brock Osweiler. That will solve all the Titans' problem. That's right.
380.